Jackie, the joke man, Marlowe. Over 350 filthy jokes on that CD or cassette of his. $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Jokeland special, buy two, get one free, 1-800-323-KING. Visit Jokeland on the World Wide Web for jokes and Jokeland's internet address. Call 516-922-WINE. Remember, 516-922-WINE is not a pay service. On this Michael Jackson thing, it is odd that they'd allow him an hour infomercial. But anyway, here's a little tape of last night, in case you missed it. I know I did. I was sleeping.
And with me, of course, Michael Jackson.
See, so when she says that, they've already done 10 minutes of a build-up that no matter what the guy did, you would say, oh, my God, what a great man. I mean, I bet I could never get a piece like that. I've done just as many great things. I've entertained millions for years.
You don't have any records, though.
No, I got a book. I got CDs. I got videotape.
But you don't sing, there's no music.
If you sing, you can do anything you want.
No, you don't understand. When I had the boys over, they was just playing. And I don't have evil thoughts. I don't have evil thoughts.
And Lisa Marie Presley. Welcome to
That Lisa Marie sitting there, little piece of ass boy, but she must be really screwy. What the hell's she doing with him? Oh, she a tight piece of ass. Oh, man, a guy like me, what I could do to her, I could unleash some sexuality in her, man. I wouldn't have one little boy over the house. Just be me and her and the bedroom. And the vibrators and the chains and the whips. Right? Yeah. And the handcuffs. And the lube. Hey, screw the lube. Young girl like that don't need lube. That's for the old bags.
Thank you.
What, you're an old bag? You don't lube?
I just wondered who you were talking about.
You need lube?
I don't need anything.
I bet you don't.
Self-lube.
I bet you're all lubed up right now. I love that. I love when the girls are lubed.
Always in the lather.
Super. Yep. Why don't you tomorrow, Robin, on the show, wear a mini dress, no panties, and no stockings.
Mini dress.
Just so I could have access whenever I need it.
You're crazy.
Come on, you know you'd love that.
What are you wearing for me?
Same thing I'm wearing today. Pair of jeans and a T-shirt.
Well, the day you start dressing for me is the day I start dressing for you.
And tomorrow on the show, instead of sitting over there, you sit next to me, right here, with your dress and no panties.
Right.
Tell me that doesn't excite you in some way.
Mini dress.
Mini dress.
You want me to tell you it doesn't excite me in some way?
Yeah.
It doesn't excite me in some way.
Oh, that's a lie. All right. All right, here we go.
Glad you're here.
Thank you.
It occurs to me, looking at the two of you, I have got to start by asking how this marriage took place. How it...
That's the softball question.
Wait
you
a
don't
minute,
want to
what does that mean, looking at the two of you? How did this marriage take place?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means that she's all nervous. It's live television, and she don't know what to say. She wants to blurt out, "Are you a homo?" But she's got to beat around the bush.
Looking at the two of you, it's like, you look really funny. I don't know if this is a real marriage.
Looking at the two of you, your husband, I mean, you look like a really hot piece of ass. Your husband's wearing shin guards, big metal shin guards, and he's dressed like I don't know what he's dressed like. He's got whiter skin than you. He's got a nose that's way too small for his face.
Yeah, I think that Diane Sawyer just insulted.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, yeah.
You look like friggin' Pinocchio.
You don't look real.
Yeah. You look like... First of all, looking at that film and then looking at you, you don't look anything like what you look like on that film. Yeah. I'm not sure I'm talking to Michael Jackson.
Is it live or is it Memorex?
Yeah.
Let me guess that it was not over miniature golf and a hot dog someplace.
Like she met her husband that way. What the hell is that?
Oh, retard. She's Sally Jesse Raphael.
People, they can't even ask a real question.
Yeah. She should have given him a fingerprint test. See if it's him.
Start. When was the dating?
When was the dating? There was no dating. Stupid ass. I had to get married quick. The press was all over me, you dumb bitch.
Notice I got married after the scandal.
Yeah, like a day after. Stupid ass. I got PR people paying me to think of things like this.
They tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Well, we first met. She was 7 years old, and I was 17.
7 years old.
I thought you was a little boy.
Oh.
And I was 17.
I was 17 years old. I like when her voice comes over. You can hear his voice. It's about 3 octaves deeper than his.
This was in Las Vegas. She used to come and see my show all the time. We had the only family show on the Strip. This is the Jackson 5. And she used to come as a little girl and sit right up front. She came quite often. She came with a lot of bodyguards. And
had you stayed in touch over all these years?
Sure. And then she'd come backstage, and I'd talk, say hi, and then she'd come again. And I thought she was sweet and loving. And
let me correct you. Wait,
Hold on a second, buddy.
I always hoped I'd see her again.
And who first talked about marriage?
We didn't stay in touch.
We didn't stay in touch.
That's a more manly voice.
Yeah.
He had gone.
She's a hot little piece of ass. Did you see her sitting there in that little dress?
Mini dress.
Once upon a time, I met a little girl. She was only 7 years old.
Oh.
Old.
I was 17 years old.
I was 17 years old.
We were doing the older family show in the Strip.
These boys, they follow me into the bed, and they follow me into the bathroom. These boys.
They love me.
They love me.
Stop them.
But what are they doing in your house?
I mean, where are their parents?
How did they get there?
Man, what's going on? I mean, I had a million questions after that interview. That interview didn't do anything except help sell albums.
Raise more questions.
Yeah, it raised more questions.
He's the biggest celebrity in the world, but he doesn't get anybody there to keep people away from him.
Yeah, I mean, somehow that gate at Neverland is open all the time.
And Diane Sawyer's like afraid to ask him stuff. I guess she thinks he's better than she is because she's like, she's sitting there and she's like,
excuse me, but looking at the two of you,
yeah.
I have to ask, how did this marriage
Just get right into it.
Look, Michael, you're a bizarre-looking character. You don't look like you like girls.
Live
What's
television.
The deal?
This is the last interview you're going to get with a guy. Go, hey, what are you, a homo? That's it. Boom. Let's answer the question.
I was 17 years old.
But I had these boys in the house.
Okay, you had boys in the house. How did the boys get to your house? Explain how they get in the house.
I invite them.
Yeah, and where are their parents? Why are they not supervised?
They're busy.
They're busy with the money or something. I don't know what they're busy with.
Count the 20 million I give them. That's why I get caught.
What about the allegations that you pay off their parents?
What? Screw that. Lies.
Golly.
Adam Buckman in the Post said that it was just like, first of all, it was an infomercial, more or less. He didn't say those words, but it was an infomercial. It was an advertisement.
Well, even Barbara Walters, when she does this stuff, it's under the guise of entertainment. They don't say this is an NBC or an ABC news feature.
Yeah, right. They say it's an entertainment show. That I can deal with. But don't tell me Diane Sawyer is some kind of newswoman. She's Sally Jesse Raphael.
You want to say what happened?
No, you can say. You have a good memory.
No, you said you were going to say it.
Our first argument here on this hour. Who proposed? I mean, how did marriage actually
I
get...
don't really remember what was...
I think it was the little boy's idea.
They were in the bed and
That's right.
Kids.
they had the idea first.
We was in the bathroom at the time.
Well, at first, this is what happened. When she was 18, I used to tell my lawyer, John Branca, do you know Lisa Marie Presley? He go, well, I represent her mother. I go, well, can you get in touch with her? Because I think she's really cute. He'd laugh every time. He goes, I'll do my best. That's what he'd say. Then he'd come back. I said, well, did you find out? He said, no, there's nothing. So I would worry him about this all the time. The next thing
Oh, boy.
A real snoozer. Let's get to the boys. I don't need to hear a fairy tale. Some interview.
notice there's a picture on a magazine cover where she's married which really tore me to pieces. And then
when he saw that she was married to another guy, he got crazy.
You know what I'm sitting here thinking of? I'm thinking of that last interview he did with Oprah where he claimed that he and Brooke Shields had a relationship. And then later, of course, Brooke Shields denied that there was ever any real relationship. I'd ask him about that.
So
how are we supposed to believe this when you lied about that?
So how is it that Lisa Marie Presley's into this? Like, what's her story?
I can't figure this one out.
Me neither.
We really love. You a skeptic.
Well, that was supposed to be me. I really did.
And what was the countdown to your marriage? Tell me who said the word marriage
I
first.
did.
He did.
When? Where?
When,
On
where?
the telephone.
Oh, yeah, on the telephone.
He first asked me.
Yeah, I called up and said, "You want to get married?"
They suing me for child molestation. You want to get married?
It don't look good that I'm not married.
I think it's love.
You want to get married?
We were dating now for 4 months.
She's got such a nice deep voice. We were dating for 4 months.
Involved in a prenuptial agreement.
No, wait, I got to get to it.
Wait a minute. Yeah, we jumped somewhere.
Yeah, I'm jumping because I want to get to some good stuff about boys.
Reaction to this marriage has been across the spectrum, everything from astonishment to delight to suspicion. That it was somehow too convenient. Lisa, did you ask...
Lisa, do you know what a beard is?
Probably something she has more of than I do.
Michael, about the charges. Did the two of you talk about the impact of the marriage on the allegations?
Absolutely not. He called. I was in touch with him through the whole process of this charges going on. I was talking to him when he disappeared. I was actually supposed to go to San Juan, Puerto Rico when he left and disappeared, and I got a call that he wasn't going to be there, and I was actually part of the whole thing with him, but talking to him on the phone. So I didn't
say to him, are they true?
No, I didn't. No, I actually did not.
Pretty tight relationship.
I want to take a minute here, and I'm going to come back to the marriage.
Sorry. He went on and on and on about it, so I didn't really have to say, are the allegations true? It was, on the phone, and
over and over
just
again.
constant,
Well, because I know that you've wanted to express similar sentiments for a long time, I want to ask a few things about the charges, but first I want to establish for the viewers here, there are no ground rules. You have said to me you are not afraid of any questions, so I wanted that understood by everybody before we proceed.
She's just reminding him of what the ground rules are, because he's zoning out.
I agreed to that. Hey, what am I doing here?
What was I, an acid?
I'm crazy.
I'm not going to answer that.
I must have been with air.
She spends more time explaining the rules. Just ask the questions.
What is this, a game?
Well, because she's trying to remind him what the deal is. She's even embarrassed. She's embarrassed she has to ask these questions.
I don't know why we have to, this is like that portion of the Academy Awards where the accountants come out.
Yeah, just ask him. Do you like boys? She's worse than Judge Ito. She's going to drag this thing out.
I think I want to begin by making sure that the terms are clear. You have said that you would never harm a child. I want to be specific as I can. Did you ever, as this young boy said you did you ever sexually engage, fondle, have sexual contact with this child or any other child?
No. Never, ever. I could never harm a child or anyone. It's not in my heart. It's not who I am. And it's not what I'm not even interested in that.
And what do you think should be done to someone who does that?
To someone who does that? What I think it should be done? Gee.
Cut his nuts off.
Let him pay $20 million.
Yeah. Right. He should have to pay $20 million.
Just look out and give me his roll check. Yeah, get Robert Shapiro on the phone.
I think they need help in some kind of way,
How about the police?
But they should not be put in jail.
He's not very upset at child molesters. He doesn't seem
They should be given a medal.
Yeah. I would say if someone molests a child, they should have their nuts cut off. He says they should get some help.
Should get help?
From
and that's a question he's asking. Is it they should get help?
Is that severe enough?
Help from him.
Photographs, though. How was there enough information from this boy about those kinds of things?
The police photographs that they took of me. There was nothing that matched me to those charges.
There was nothing. There was nothing that concurred.
That's why I'm sitting here talking to you today. There was not one iota of information that was found that could connect me.
So when we've heard that there was a marking
nothing.
of some kind.
No markings.
No markings.
No.
Why
am I still here then?
You're not going to ask me about that, are you? Sorry, about the marking.
Oh.
Lisa Marie wants to pipe up about his marking.
I've seen his penis. Bigger than mine. Ask me about it. Yeah. What do you want to know? It's thick. It bends to the left.
Well, then why didn't Diane Sawyer ask her? She seems to want to answer that.
Yeah, let's ask her about it. All right, you want to talk about it?
The point is that when that finally got concluded that there was no matchup, then it was printed this big as opposed to how big it was, what the matchup was.
She's talking about his ween?
No. She's saying that the information about there not being a match was this big, where the headline that he was accused were this big.
You're a lot smarter than I am. I thought you were saying it wasn't that big. I don't know. It's just the whole thing was weird. It didn't prove anything, and it just allowed ABC to run an hour commercial for History, the new album. I'm not saying the guy's a child molester. I really don't know what went on. I give everybody...
Nobody knows.
Yeah, nobody knows.
He didn't get to hear anything in court. Allegations were made.
If I could have interviewed the guy, you would have known. Because I would have kicked his ass if he didn't answer the question.
But she really didn't answer any questions. I mean,
she didn't ask anything. Gotta say, wait a second. What are young kids doing in your house?
So what was your relationship with this boy? You actually knew this boy.
Yeah.
There were reports that you were
How'd you meet him?
To meet him every night and spending the night with him in bed, sleeping with him every night. Is that true?
I mean, don't tell me how you met Lisa Marie. Tell me how you met that boy. And why is he traveling with you?
Why did you invite him into the bed?
Yeah, why are these boys watching you go to the bathroom?
What is the whole, I can understand, spending time with children. Why do they have to sleep in your room?
Yeah.
You have a huge estate.
Look, interview over. I'm out of here. I don't like you. I don't like ABC. I don't want anything to do with it. You're not nice.
And how do you let these children throw you out of the bed, Lisa Marie?
Instead, the interview is this. Okay, the ground rules. I just want to review the rules, okay? I can ask you anything I want, right?
Yes.
And this is live television. Okay, so here goes.
Now,
how did you two meet?
Clear?
How did you two meet?
Wait 1 minute. Shut up. Don't answer that.
Give me the countdown. Who said the word marriage first?
Oh, he did. I mean, I don't know. Prying into my life. Stop prying. Oh, you nosy. Go to videotape. Play my video. Do the 10-minute video.
That's right.
To be.
It didn't work. It isn't so.
Why did you settle the case then? Why did you settle the case? And it looks to everyone as if you paid a huge amount of money.
Most of that
to
is
get
folklore.
silence.
Most of that is
I talked to
folklore.
my lawyers, and I said, can you guarantee me that justice will prevail? And they said, Michael, we cannot guarantee you that a judge or a jury will do anything.
I go along with him there. I think he was smart to pay that kid off. No judge or jury is going to do anything that's fair.
Justice has changed. Like I said, in the 50s, Liberace could sue because somebody called him a homosexual and win.
Yeah.
And today you can't be sure of anything.
No. No, I can. He had to settle that thing. There was no way he was going to win. They even have tape of the father saying, hey, there's no way I lose in this deal. I'm making money. Whatever it was they played.
Yeah, but the point is, why are you so vulnerable to this kind of a suit?
Yeah, he's way too vulnerable. One thing you can't pin on me is being with little boys. I don't even know any little boys.
But the point is, this is Michael Jackson, a guy who walks around with masks on, doesn't want to meet anybody, doesn't want to shake anybody's hand. But if you've got a young kid...
He'll let him in the house. Come on down and let's play.
This is weird.
Yeah.
And with that, I was like catatonic. I was outraged.
Catatonic.
How much money?
Totally outraged. So what I said, I have got to do something. to get out from under this nightmare. All these lies and all these people coming forward to get paid and these tabloid shows. Just lies, 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 lies. So what I did, we got together again with my advisors, and they advised me, it was hands down, a unanimous decision, resolve the case. This could be something that could go on for 7 years.
How much money was
Let's get it behind us.
Can you say how much?
It's not what the tabloids have printed. It's not all this crazy, outlandish money. No, it's not at all. I mean, terms...
It's only like $9 million. No outlandish money.
No.
Yeah, I like he goes... He says, I can't tell you because... listen to this.
Agreement are very confidential. I want to ask...
It's agreement to make it confidential. It's because he doesn't want it out.
Right.
I'm sure the kid's father would be happy to tell you what he got. Let's be honest.
It's $19.5 million.
Yeah. And I got to pay him... Like pay his college.
And a copy of my new record.
Hard to discuss it.
I don't know. It was just one big commercial. Didn't prove anything. Didn't
disprove anything.
But all right. You know, it was good television. Got you tuned in for an hour.
Do you think it did well in the ratings? Because the playoff game was on against it.
Yeah, but the playoffs started late, so everyone could watch that and then tune in for the end of the game.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's the way I look at it. What was the final score? It was a romp, like 113.
I only know that Houston won. I didn't look at the score.
It was like 113.
113-101.
113-101. And what's weird is Houston wasn't even that good during the regular season.
No, they were not ranked very high.
No.
And they took it all.
It's that African. Hakeem Alashawan. Me killed tiger. He killed a tiger. Guy killed a tiger. How can you compete with a guy like that?
Well, you don't say how he killed a tiger.
Oh, I don't think that's the only guy in the NBA who's killed a tiger.
Wait a minute. You don't say how he killed a tiger. It's pretty easy to kill a tiger with a gun.
Did he have a gun?
I don't know. You're the one who's always talking about it.
He had like a spear.
Oh,
no, I'm serious. He was in a tribe.
You don't know.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, that was no gun.
No way.
No.
I got the National Geographic.
That's a real African.
You bet.
No, he used powder root. All right, let's take a break.
At least they're not saying he did it with his bare hands.
Hey, I did it with my bare hands. I don't know. That whole show was weird. But boy, that little piece of ass sitting next to him, boy, I could give her a good workout.
I gotta watch this because I want to see the dynamics between them. I gotta study the whole thing.
Yeah, well, study it. I'm telling you.
And you know what we ought to do? Right. This is what the tabloids do. They'll get one of those graphologists, those guys who listen to sounds and
see if he's telling the truth,
lying or telling the truth at every point.
Yeah.
Is he sitting with his arm around her? Or?
No. He touched her leg at one point. It looked kind of uncomfortable.
It was like a 5-year-old, like playing.
Yeah. Something wasn't kosher.
I can imagine that's a real normal relationship.
Yeah. I wanted to see Diane Sawyer take her clothes off with Lisa Marie and those two get it on. That would have been hot.
Look, I said the only way they can prove that they're sexual and he's sexually active is to do it on TV.
That would have been good. At the end, the last 10 minutes, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to hop on. All the little kids, don't watch this. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
We'll return to the Howard Stern Show after these messages. Eagle.
Yeah.
Let's return to the Howard Stern Show.
Hey, thank you. Hey, by the way, our old friend Branford Marsalis is going to be stopping by a little bit later this morning.
That's nice.
Yeah, he left the Tonight Show. That was a good move. Anyway,
well, he did Letterman the other day. What's that all about?
Well, let's wait till he gets here. We'll talk about that. But you know who can't win is this African basketball player.
Akeem Olajuwon?
Yeah, he can't get any endorsements because he's an African and no one can relate to him. So
I can relate. I don't know what your problem is.
No, excuse me. Needless to say, no one has asked him to endorse anything. So
I don't wear tennis shoes.
So did you see this on Entertainment Tonight? He finally got an endorsement.
What is it?
For Uncle Ben's rice.
Oh, stop it.
I swear to God.
Are you kidding me?
And all the black people are mad at him because he's an Uncle Tom, they're saying. Because they don't like the picture on the Uncle Ben's box because they say, you ever see Uncle Ben to get a black guy?
Right.
You can't win with the black. You put a black guy on the box, you're a racist. You don't put a black guy on the box, you're a racist. They said the guy's wearing a bow tie, so therefore he's a porter.
He's a Muslim.
Yeah. That's what they should say. But they're not smart. They're not quick. He's Minister Farrakhan's right-hand man, Uncle Ben. So this poor guy, Hakeem Olajuwon, who can't get an endorsement because he's African, that they should be upset about. Finally gets an endorsement. Now everyone's screaming he's an Uncle Tom. Because Uncle Ben, the guy, looks like a porter. Meanwhile, he looks like he
must be a waiter. He's serving food.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? Is that not a noble profession?
That's demeaning for a black man to serve anybody.
I see.
With that kind of attitude, all black people should go very far. You'll be stuck in the tenement the rest of your life. You can't serve somebody. You know, being a waiter...
no, lots of black people serve people. I don't know why now it's disgraceful to have one of them on a box.
I think every product should have a black person serving somebody on the box.
No,
what do you think of that?
Don't be ridiculous.
Yeah?
Crazy. It's simply one product.
What's this guy going to endorse? You finally... What do you want him to endorse? A tree spraying service? What do you want? He's as tall as a tree. So I tell you something, you can't win. But I like it. Go for it, Hakeem. Go for it, Pally. Also...
Why didn't some black company snap him up and have him endorse their product?
Yeah.
No, all anybody can do is complain when somebody else is doing something.
Yeah. Where's these black companies, Robin?
I don't know, but
Exactly.
there should be some.
Yeah. So he's got Uncle Tom's rice as a... Uncle Ben's rice as a sponsor. Uncle Ben's rice as a sponsor. Whatever that is. Who cares? Believe we all are the same under the skin. I was just listening to the tape of this Liz Taylor defending Michael Jackson last night.
I want to hear that.
It's fantastic.
Aunt Liz.
Yeah. I don't know why she's so sure of this guy's sexuality. And she's so sure he's not up to anything. How come she is such an expert? Liz Taylor.
Again, another relationship I don't understand. Because quite frankly, Liz in her prime wouldn't have had anything to do with Michael Jackson. He wouldn't have been her kind of guy.
She's so stable, 19 marriages.
She was a party girl.
Yeah, ask her what went on.
Taylor is going to talk a little bit about when she came to see you.
And then listen to this intro. First of all, this Diane Sawyer sounds like she's on enemas full time. She always sounds like she has to unload. And she really is Sally Jesse Raphael. I think they're the same person. I've never seen them in the same place.
One with glasses, one without.
Yeah.
Said Elizabeth Taylor is going to talk a little bit about when she came to see you in the middle of this, what she called agony. And one of the things I think she was so angry about with us was that she said people always talk about one side of a person, they never give them credit for their accomplishments.
That's right.
Particularly what they give to children and the money you give to children. That's how it starts.
I give a lot of money to children, so isn't it okay to have them all stay over the house?
To keep a few.
Yeah. I mean, if someone who gives as much money as I do should get to keep a few of them at the house. You know, I mean, and like, listen to this Diane Sawyer. All she's doing
going
is
for it.
She's kissing ass all over the place. It's like, that's right. The reason Liz Taylor's upset because they don't talk about all the nice things you do. So you should overlook this other little thing.
When he's on tour, he goes to hospitals without the press following him.
Yeah, no kidding. He goes to hospitals without the press following him. Big deal. So what does that mean? You're innocent?
Without anyone knowing. He'll get up in a disguise and do it. Take his disguise off when he's there.
Scare the kids. Imagine that disguise. I take my disguise off and then I'm alone with the kids.
And kids know, wow, it's Michael Jackson.
Was there no point at which you said to yourself, reading everything everybody had been reading, maybe this is true. Maybe I completely didn't understand who he was.
No way. Absolutely not.
Never.
Never.
You never doubted your own wisdom? A woman has been married 19 times? Absolutely not. I'm so clear-headed. I've never been wrong. I've only married...
Absolutely not.
I only married Richard Burton twice.
Let me see.
Sure as my name is Elizabeth Taylor Wilding, Burton. Todd Fisher.
When I married Todd Fisher, he was the best. When I married Richard Burton, he was the best. She married alcoholics. You know, two times she married Richard Burton.
Sure as my name is Elizabeth Taylor Hilton Wilding, Todd Burton Fisher Burton.
Yeah. She's a perfume maker.
I know Michael's heart. I know his mind and his soul. I'm not that insensitive.
Yes, you are.
Especially to him or people I love.
Everyone's so sure.
How did you decide to go to Singapore?
He was my friend. He was alone.
Hey, why don't you make me your friend?
I've had rough times.
Yeah. Where's everybody? Where's everybody when I'm in trouble? I'm scorned. Me, I've never had a boy in my house. But I get all kind of crap. I wish the press would treat me as nice as this. I've had accomplishments.
It would be nice.
I entertain millions of people.
Nobody ever talks about the nice things you do.
I do great things. You know, when I'm not on the air, you know what I do? Well, I don't do anything for anyone. All right, you got me there.
You don't need anything bad, though.
Yeah, but I'm not looking.
Do anything.
I'd like to go to a hospital and surprise girls, like teenage girls, in their beds.
Where's that teenage girl hospital?
You know, once in a while, I like to actually go visit like 19, 20-year-old models when they're in the hospital.
No. I know what you do. You pay secret visits to strippers without the press following.
Yeah, I go to the strip clubs and give $15,000 to strippers. Nobody writes about that. Why doesn't Liz Taylor talk about me? I help these girls. I get Lonnie to give me $15,000 in funny money at Scores.
You get up in a disguise.
Yeah.
And then you go over there and you take off and everybody can then see it's Howard Stern.
Yeah, I dress in a sheet and a toga. So that I can have more genital contact.
He was totally alone.
He was totally alone. Totally alone.
And he just, he needed help.
He needed help.
Nothing in the world could have hurt him more. If it had been...
Imagine, like, you need help, and that's where you have to go to. Like Liz Taylor, biggest
to the
phony baloney on the planet.
And you got to listen to that voice.
Michael, you're me fine.
Michael, you're totally alone.
Oh. You're totally alone.
You're totally alone.
Totally alone is one word. Totally alone. I've been totally alone in my life. Now I have life for Turnsky. I'm there with the Pollock all day.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
Totally alone.
I'm totally alone. I'm totally alone.
Calculated. If they'd planned an assassination, they couldn't have done it any better.
No, everyone's victimizing him.
I'm totally alone. You're plan of an assassination.
Is she kidding?
Nobody can get specific about anything.
No, why?
What did Michael Jackson look like when you walked into that room? What condition was he in? He was totally alone.
Yeah. No, excuse me. Why was Michael Jackson with this boy in the first place? So allegations can be made. Why is he traveling with young boys?
Nobody.
They're not sick.
Talks about the good things he does.
Yeah, he goes. Let's say he was into children. I'm not saying he is. I don't know what he's into. Let's say he's into children. Of course you'd sneak into a hospital unattended and want to see little kids in their bed.
Yeah, would you want a whole entourage?
Yeah, I mean, why not? That's like telling me I could go visit some 20-year-old girls in bed in just like those thin little hospital gowns. I'd love to. I would love to. OJ, want to go with me? Yeah, OJ, you bastard. Where are you when I need you?
Beating a dead horse.
Right.
Michael was totally alone.
I would love to.
Yeah, great.
Hours later, OJ answered.
Michael was totally alone. I know everything. I'm the world's most glamorous woman, and I married a truck driver.
I'm not that insensitive.
Yeah, yes, you are.
It almost...
This is supposed to be an interview with Michael Jackson. They got him there live. We're listening to Liz Taylor drone on.
It almost broke his heart.
She says she recognized a friend turning to painkillers for escape.
He wasn't aware of what was happening.
Oh, listen to this interview. Yeah, like she's aware. Wasn't she on painkillers?
Yes, that's why she recognized it in him.
Yeah.
There were some reports during this.
She's still going on.
Hey, Michael, don't bogart that Percodan.
Yeah.
Suicidal. Is that true?
I'm never suicidal. I love life too much to ever be suicidal. I'm resilient. I have rhinoceros skin.
You have the white man skin.
Is that what that is? Rhinoceros skin?
You mean they transplanted the skin of a rhinoceros onto him? All right. Anyway, I don't care. That's cool. Everybody each his own.